Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we discuss on some interesting updates. We start with Rafinha as a 60 million rated Barca forward does not want to leave Barca amid interest from Chelsea. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about this report claiming that Barca president Joan Laporta is ready to provide 30 million euros personal guarantee amid delay in investor payments. We are also going to be discussing on that. So, guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are very much welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. A shocking report emerged yesterday linking Barca star Rafinha with a late move to Stamford Bridge. It appears the Blues Chelsea are exploring a late swoop for Rafinha once again, who has become a key cog in Barca's side since his arrival last summer. Rafinha is not the only target for Chelsea, as the Premier League giants are also considering a move for Ferran Torres. Shortly after the rumor exploded in the transfer market, Ben Jacobs has offered an update on the whole situation, suggesting that Rafinha has no desire to leave Barcelona. The forward, who left Leeds United to join Barca last summer, had a fairly solid debut season in La Liga, scoring 7 goals in 36 appearances. This season, one would expect Rafinha to become an important part of the Barca attack following the exit of Ousmane Dembele. But the Brazilian, whose market value stands at 60 million euros, has featured in only 42 minutes of league action so far, having been suspended after his sending off in the opening game against Getafe. With Lamine Yamal exploding, Rafinha's spot in the starting 11 might be under threat, but the 26-year-old has no desire to leave Barcelona. Rafinha's desire to remain in Barca could be a major obstacle for Chelsea, but perhaps a bigger problem could be his price tag. As per Jacobs, signing Rafinha this late in the window could prove to be a costly affair for the Blues, who have already spent a fortune since the arrival of Todd Boehly. Barcelona, for their part, have no time to find a replacement, even if they manage to sanction the sale of the attacker for a lucrative offer. So it will not come as a big surprise to see Rafinha continuing in Barcelona this season. Of course, Rafinha surely is going nowhere, and of course, Xavi have really made it clear that the winger remains in his plans and will be very important, especially as Dembele is no more available. We will expect Rafinha to be a starter at all times. And of course, we just have to understand that Lamine Yamal, who is still young, just 16 years of age, I don't think he should be a starter at all times. Xavi preferably should be starting Yamal from the bench. That is how you have to ease him into action. Being a very young player, I think it is not advisable for the coach to just be starting him all the time. I think we saw against Cadiz and against Villarreal last Sunday, seeing Yamal starting games, I think mostly because Rafinha wasn't available. But Rafinha, after serving his 2-match ban after the red card he picked up in matchday 1 against Getafe, of course, it is highly expected that the player will be the starter. Will be the starter. So let's just see how it's going to look like. Rafinha links to Chelsea does not stop to end because even before after hijacking the player, Chelsea have continued to be linked with the player for a long time. We quite remember last summer when the player was close to joining Chelsea until Barca made a late swap, And even though Barca's offer were not up to Chelsea's, the player still chose Barca because he have always dreamt to be a Barca player. And you can't expect Rafinha, who have joined the club of his dreams, to just depart the club just merely after one season. So that is why there's a lot of confidence that the player will decide to stay. Xavi himself have already said Rafinha will be there for a long time. And after everything, Rafinha remains an important player for the team. Of course, as it stands right now, Barcelona are looking to add to the forward department. The name of Joao Felix have been making a lot of headlines lately, and Barca can't complete such signings if they have not sold an attacker to replace. Like now, we have been talking about Ansu Fati's case, which remains very, very complicated, as the player now is strongly linked with an exit to the Premier League as well. So let's see how the coming days will look like in the window, as Barcelona still have a lot to sort out for the final few days of the transfer window. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona appear to be set for another frantic finish to the summer transfer window, as their operations are being held up due to financial problems. The deal to sign Joao Cancelo is already in place, but the green light has not been arrived yet, as Barca need revenue to clear the financial fair play checks. The Catalans were banking on the payment that was to arrive from German investors Libero for the Barca Vision deal, but that has not happened yet. The delays mean that the La Liga champions are looking at alternative solutions to deal with the issue while remaining calm over the transfer operations. Amidst the growing concern, Sport is now reporting that Barca president Joan Laporta and Treasurer Ferran Olive are ready to provide a 30 million euro personal guarantee, with the investor payments getting delayed. The report states that Barca are waiting for a 40 million euro payment from the German fund, of which 20 million should arrive on before Thursday as per the arrangement. But in case it does not arrive, the club president and the treasurer are ready to front up 30 million from their own pockets as a personal guarantee to ensure fair play margin. It would not be the first time that Laporta and Olive will be doing that, having put up 11 million euros as guarantee last year, as well to ensure the registration of Jules Koundé. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.